like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the pistol, it's Gurley. And, right away, he lost the football. And it's a fumble. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a first down. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Palardy now on to punt as he sends this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep for Miami, Jalen Waddle. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Tua. Going deep here for Watkins. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Tua. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Michael Palardy now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Hines now on the return. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The tackle made by Landon Roberts. This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now Wentz. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense.
And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The third running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, third most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
Wentz now on first down. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Got a man. It's the rookie Jalen Waddle. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Back to Taylor on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back.
Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return will stop right around the 25. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete keep it away from the defense and try and get him back on track.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to pass. Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Grover Stewart forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You definitely won't like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. This goes out right to Doyle. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz got his man complete over the middle. It's Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. To throw, it's Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Taylor. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. I tell you, when Carson Wentz can really step into one and get that 6'5" frame behind it, he can really launch it.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be out right at the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Tua going to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or two short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Tua sets up to pass it. Flush to his right. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Tua. On the right side, open is Gesicki. That catch good for only a couple. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Oh, and Sanders pushed it to the right. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return, and they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted out to try and hold that score at least where it is.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Tua to Parker there for the Miami first.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On play action, here's Tua. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Thirteen yards remaining on second down. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now this time, Tua's going to throw it. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
An interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Wentz. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Second and 10.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Pass incomplete.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
Jason Sanders for the Dolphins.
Sanders' kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Julian Blackmon just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Play action, now it's Tua.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Kenny Moore.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one. And a Miami first.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Tua now on first down. He's going to air one out. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. A throw over the middle taken in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Wentz now on first down. Escaping the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. They always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Wentz again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Wentz now on first down. Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. But that's not going to help the cause as he stops short of the 10. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Going for the deep ball. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll get this off to Gurley. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Check 26, check 26.
Tua going to try and run. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal of 21 yards.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out.